What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Roto this week. Ooh, yeah, Sam. The Super Bowl is here. Kansas City, San Francisco, and that means we got a showdown slate. So how do you do an Ultra Contrarian show? Heat Override. Oh, I'll tell you how you do an Ultra Contrarian show. You give out a couple lineups, you give out some players, and you say it with your chest. Oh, yeah. Let's get to it. Let's bring the pang. Yeah. So this is a little different setup. It's so showdown slate, right? Who's gonna put their name on it? I'm gonna put my name on it, right? So captains, of course, captains. So who would you like to be your captain? Well, you could be one of those cheesy dudes and go throw your defense in the captain mode. Ooh. Yeah, everybody else is doing that, bro. Okay. Roll your double defense. When both teams scores over 20 points, then your defense is hurt, and then you got, right? We ain't got to worry about you. Hopefully, you got another lineup, right? You didn't put all your marbles in a defense. Y'all wild, right? It's Christian McCaffrey, definitely. If you heard my Bring the Pain show, you already know that he's my macho pick of the week. He's my macho pick of the week because everybody's going to be macho pick of the week. Christian McCaffrey is going to be in everybody's showdown slate lineup. Maybe not every single one of them, but I think it's going to be pretty stupid to not play him in any of them. Of course, a lot of people are going to have salary problems, and I have that actually addressed. Okay, we're good on that. So, right, Kelsey, awesome captain. If you want to get a little sneaky, you can go Pacheco at the captain. You can go Rice, or you could go Debo, right? So you have all those players right there. Those are going to be your best. Yeah, you could put a quarterback in there, but unless you get some rushing touchdowns, it's going to be hard to keep up with the offensive players, especially in the captain. Those 9 points for a touchdown is insane. And, the receptions too. Receptions, that getting doubled up there, it just, man, it's good though. It's good, right? So when you get over to sneaky plays, who's going to be sneaky? Well, of course, Valdez Stanley will be. A lot of people won't be looking at him, and he's only going to get the ball twice. But you're only looking at saving money. But that's not the guy I actually want. That dude's actually not. So Noah Gray, the five targets that he had last game, 2 catches, 8 yards. Noah Gray always sneaks a big play in there and sometimes a touchdown. He's sneaky. He will save you some money. So that's how you will get Christian McCaffrey into your lineup. But that doesn't mean that this last guy who's just added, and here's the thing, it's Kadarius Toney. All right. That guy has no questionable tag. And everything they tried to do a couple weeks ago with Mecole Hardman, that's what Toney does now. So look for Toney to be a hidden factor in this game. But what I love even more about him, he's only $6,000 on FanDuel for your captain, but he's 1,600 on DraftKings. He's literally almost minimum. When you put him in a captain, he becomes $2,200. $2,200. So that means that you can practically put in anybody, right? So let's get to that next one. But let's go over some usual plays. Usual plays are going to be Kelsey, McCaffrey, Samuel, Ayuk, and Kittle. Now there's your lineup changes right there. Now, Kansas City has been strong at the back end, as I've said, and Nick Bolton has been back. And he didn't do a lot of tackling last game. He was out there covering a lot. But this game, he's going to have to definitely be in some tackling because you cannot let Debo break tackles because he will keep just wrecking and going forward. And if you let him do that, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get soft by the end of the game. And that's when Christian McCaffrey comes around and busts the 80-yard touchdown on you, right? But that's not going to happen. Well, maybe it could. But those are the players that are going to be there getting it. Brandon Ayuk, nobody's talking about him. And I don't want to talk about him, honestly. I mean, it's not that you can't put him in, and he definitely will save you money. But it's like when Debo's there, it's one-handed. It was like Deontay Johnson and George Pickens by the end of the year after the Pickens blow-up game. It was just all Deontay Johnson. And then Pickens just didn't get nothing, right? That's Ayuk right now. And you're only looking at him like one big play. Ayuk can go 156 and 2 touchdowns on 4 catches. But that's the only time. If he misses, if Purdy doesn't get enough time to actually step into those throws and he misses those throws, then you ain't getting nothing with him. And you know what? You could come back at me and you could say, well, you're not getting anything with Kadarius Toney too. We'll see about that. We'll see about that, okay? Yeah, okay. We'll see, right? So let's get to it. Let's get to the very contrarian lineup. So we're going to start off with FanDuel. Now, mind you, this is going to be the no defenses, and I ain't even going quarterbacks, man. Let's throw it in. McCaffrey, Kelsey, Pacheco, Tony, Rice. Yeah, you can go down to Ayuk if you want. Yeah, you can go down to Kittle if you want. But guess what? I'm rolling that lineup out. Oh, yeah. That's your FanDuel. Now, DraftKings. Bam. Captain. Kadarius Toney. What? Kadarius Toney? He'd override. Have you lost your mind? Let's see. McCaffrey, Kelsey, Pacheco, Rice, Samuel. I'm going to probably win like $1.20, $2.20, $5.20 off this lineup. I'm probably just going to double up. It don't matter. The point is that I'm saying it with my chest. I'm putting it out there, and I'm putting a lineup for you to play. Because guess what? This is going to be fun, and you can move off of McCaffrey in that. So you could do Kelsey, McCaffrey, Samuel, Pacheco, but then that's the problem. So with the money that you save from Tony being in the captain spot, you're around Juwan Jennings level, and then you have to put Tony in. See, I don't want to play that game. And unless you want to pick one of them defenses down there, you don't want to play that game either. See? And now this is exactly what I just said about with Ayuk. Look, if Ayuk isn't going to be getting the ball as much as he's going to get his normal targets, it just seems like when Ayuk and Debo are both in there, Jennings doesn't get crap. And I mean, I'd rather throw it to Kittle too, and I'd rather throw it to McCaffrey too, right? Wouldn't you? Of course. It makes sense. But that's why I don't like that lineup. But you know what? It's worth to throw it in because this is the showdown slate. Anything can happen. All it takes is a 90-yard bomb to Jennings. That's all he has to do, right? And if he is around 5% owned, then you're in. That's what we're looking for Kadarius Toney. If a lot of people overlook him on DraftKings and don't listen to this podcast other than you, so if you listen to this podcast and you got Tony in, you might get him real cheap. I've been able to pull some 5% and some 8% out on some of the showdown slates going over the past couple weeks. So I've been trying to how to deliver that for the Super Bowl because I knew that this was going to be something I wanted to do for all of you at Dr. Roto and anywhere else that you're listening to this. So without further ado, let's get to the end of it. That's all we got for you. You have to get over to Dr. Roto right now. We have so much MLB content coming up for all your MLB, Dynasty, Best Ball, and seasonal drafts and getting ready, prepared for the MLB year. We also have a lot of NFL draft articles coming out other than my one on Sunday that me and Jeremy did where we took 3 IDP Dynasty Heat players. We profiled them. To learn the players, you're going to have to go to the site. It's a longer podcast, but that's okay. It's the off season. When it gets there, you got till the end of April to worry about all these players. Whether your dynasty goes now, usually all dynasties go in May, right? We're not doing dynasty drafts for football before these guys even get picked, right? Nobody's that crazy. Oh, some of you are. But anyway, that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to end it. I want everybody to make sure that you bring the pain to the slate, Dr. Roto, and always remember to bring the pain. May the points be with you. Go Kansas City. It's the Super Bowl. Get that third one there. And I don't mind that Taylor Swift be jumping around as much as I talk. Ooh, yeah.